Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have Game 5 in a best-of-7 series show match between Liquid TLO. He is the purple Terran over on the right of Scrap Station, and his opponent is going to be Root QXE, the once again blue Terran on the top. He was red for a map, trying to confuse me. Now he's blue again. Thank goodness for that. And yeah, so QXE is currently leading the series 3-1. Not sure if TLO is going to be able to claw his way back out. We'll see here on Scrap Station what he comes up with. We've seen a couple of unique things out of him so far, one being a metric ton of nukes on Steps of War, very fast ghost build on Kulos Ravine. Last game didn't really pan out for him very well, but QXE actually is just a master of drops and constant pressure. He never slows down. TLO tried to do a little switch into battle cruisers a la QXE on Steps of War, but didn't quite work out for him the same way. QXE spotted it fast enough, was able to respond with lots of Marines and Vikings and take out those battle cruisers. Basically, QXE sunk TLO's battleship, and he had to GG. So TLO, not sure what he's going to be doing. It looks like he is still going to be doing the very standard Terran build. And QXE actually scouted around his base for proxies. He's up 3-1 in the series. If he wins this game, he wins the show match. So obviously he does not want to blow the game on something silly like a proxy racks. This game was played in patch 1.1.1, so barracks actually could still be built before supply depots. Unfortunately, TLO not doing that. This game, if he did, he probably would have built a proxy up here. Not actually too common to see a barracks built inside your enemy's base, but it does happen. So TLO actually scouting earlier this time than he has in the previous games. QXE still just one step ahead. Not sure how that happens every time. QXE is always the first one to scout. But he is going to arrive and see everything is as it should be. Both players with identical builds up to this point. TLO actually adding a supply depot a little quicker than QXE is. Not sure what that's about, but maybe he's got more of a early aggression bio push in mind, and getting that supply depot is integral to it, but I don't know, I'm just guessing. There's really no reason that he shouldn't build a supply depot there, except he probably could have saved those minerals for a factory. Actually, right on time, even with that supply depot, the factory goes down on 100 gas, so that wasn't it. Maybe he slowed down SCV production? Nope, they're still doing that the same as well. But a factory nonetheless being built for each player. TLO is just a little bit quicker on his second refinery, not to be found in this game until right now. TLO should be following suit here soon, but QXE is going to have the jump on him in the gas war, so he might actually be the first one to get a starport up. TLO may not even have a starport in mind. As a Terran, you can do just about anything and just slam into your opponent as much as you want, and sometimes have success, sometimes not. Positioning is a huge part of these TVT matchups, and here in Game 5, I mean, they've been playing for quite a long time already. There have been two rather long games. Not sure why QXE is pinging the map there. Probably just an accident, sending his SCV over there to scout. He's not even rallied over there. Not sure what that was about. He's just sending him directly over there. Accidentally was holding a button and pinged the map. But I don't think TLO can see the ping on the map anyway, so shouldn't matter. But TLO, yeah, kills that SCV extremely quickly with a Hellion and some Marines, so at least QXE knows that a Hellion's on the way, sends out his own Hellion to do mortal battle with it. He hides it here in the shade, not in the shade, in the smoke, hiding behind that visibility blocker. Both players actually still pretty even on units, but QXE is getting that starport up sooner. Actually, no. Looks like TLO still got his starport up faster despite just now getting his second gas. He's not going to be able to afford quite as much as QXE is. QXE is actually dropping the starport onto the tech lab and letting the factory get its own add-on. Not sure what it's going to be just yet, or if QXE is going to go straight into Cloak Banshees or not. Looks like a Banshee is building. No Cloak just yet, though, so he's not going for the super fast surprise mineral line. Oh, and right as I say that, he is getting Cloak. Not surprising still, though. I mean, it's a very valid strategy. Octo drop coming extremely quickly from TLO. Was not expecting this. With that two Hellions in the front there, doing a nice little distraction, poke up the ramp there. QXE does not see this coming. He saw the scan, though, which might be a little bit of a tip-off, but all these Marines are here now, starting to shoot down the supply depot. Is TLO going for the throttle technique, trying to kill off the supply first instead of those SCVs that were just ripe for the picking. TLO not doing any micro. He is concerned elsewhere. He is going to lose all of his Marines right now, microing these Hellions up into the back lines, trying to get even more SCV kills. This Banshee is now out for QXE, so he's going to be able to kill off all the Hellions for sure. If he doesn't kill his Marines first, though, he could be in trouble. All these SCVs just scattering about in every direction, losing all this mining time. TLO getting quite a good benefit out of this attack, this pronged attack here with the Marines in the back and the Hellions in the front. QXE lost a lot of mining time and several harvesters, so TLO is ahead 27 to 23. This medevac is going to survive just fine and go back home. QXE lost almost everything he had there as far as fighting units, except for that single Banshee, which went somewhere. No, he did lose the Banshee. Wow, he lost the Banshee to those few Marines, too. That's gotta hurt, and now TLO's already back, putting the pressure back on. Not going to be gunning for supply depots this time. He's already done his damage there and blocked QXE briefly. Now he is just gunning down these SCVs. They kill those SCVs extremely quickly. Landed Vikings are a nuisance, but QXE does pull some more SCVs. Wow, we'll see how many he actually killed there. QXE down in only 18 harvesters against 29 of TLO. TLO at this rate doesn't even need to expand. He can just continue one basing here and be good. QXE is sending a cloakable Banshee now to the mineral line, but there's already a turret up. Wow, TLO just one step ahead at every point in this game so far. An armory's already up as well, so he can start creating Thors. He does have one already building. It's about a third of the way done. This Banshee here is starting to pick things apart, but he is taking fire from these Marines. This turret, of course, provides a lot of visibility, or actually detection, beyond how far it can actually shoot a missile, so those Marines were able to shoot at the Banshee, slowing down this command center building. I like that. Now a scan does go down. There's a single Viking here to try and kill off this Banshee. I don't think he's going to be fast enough to do that. Not enough shots go off. Actually, the last missiles there didn't even connect because he flew out of detection range, it looked like, of that scan. So QXE escapes that. Now a Thor drop looks like it's going to be occurring here with a Viking escort. There's another cloakable Banshee coming in for QXE, trying to scrape back any advantage that he can get. He's at 21 harvesters against 30 for TLO. What is this Banshee going to be able to do? He's already got 2 kills. He's out of visibility range, or detection range rather, of that turret, but now the Marines are moving in, but they die so fast that the Banshee only takes 2 shots to kill one, and as long as he stays out of range of this turret, he will be doing pretty well here. This Thor does now drop. There's a lot of Marines here to try and gun it down, and TLO actually with some very good micro able to save that Thor's life and start heading home. This Banshee's still just hanging out in purgatory here. Not sure what happened to the other one. He must have flew too close to the turrets and eventually lost it. This Thor is now out as well, and another Viking may have actually assisted with that kill. QXE sending in Banshee number 3, and it is going to get gunned down extremely quickly with a nice scan and some Viking and Thor shots. This one is back to try and slow down this command center from building. QXE actually is trying to get a command center of his own going. He's trying to scrape his way back. He's still at a big worker disadvantage. No gas income right now for QXE. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if he knows that. He's not mining any gas right now. He does have 274 gas stockpiled though, and he's just cranking out a lot of Marines. Finally, the SCVs do go back on gas. He needed that mineral income, I'm sure. That's why he consciously pulled the SCVs off of gas for that brief time. But TLO cemented pretty nice advantage here. He's at 62 supply against only 51 for QXE. QXE is going to need to continually build supply depots as well to stay ahead of that cap. And TLO trying to move back in with this Thor. It looks like some damage was done to it though. He's going to probably repair that all the way back up before moving again. Maybe wants to get another medevac here just to a double Thor drop. Or he just starts moving with the Thors that he's got across the middle of the map. He's got a medevac here to support these SCVs as a repair force and these Marines. There's a Viking in tow to help against Banshees. Speaking of Banshees, another one has arrived here from QXE. He's going to be able to kill off a couple of SCVs, and there's another one down here trying to stop this command center for the 100th time. The Banshee there did cloak, but a scan dropped, and the Vikings did kill it off. Not sure how much energy is left there. Not enough for another scan, so another turret is going to have to go up if this Banshee is going to be dealt with. This command center not going to be finishing anytime soon. He just continues to pick off those SCVs as they get down here. Now a Raven is out for TLO, though, and this Banshee runs out of energy anyway, so it is going to be forfeit as well. TLO now moving across the middle of the map. He already destroyed his own rocks. Now he's working on QXEs with these many Thors. they just do so much damage. 30 damage a shot there, times 2, times 3. So lots and lots of damage being poured out on those rocks. And now QXC back at home only has a lot of Marines, sorry. SCVs are there too, of course, but these Marines are really not upgraded in the least. They don't have combat shields or stim. They don't have any weapons upgrades. It's going to be tough for him to repel an attack of this size, especially not being able to expand while TLO finally does get that command center finished and expanded over at his natural. So TLO looking good right now. He's at 81 supply against 64 of QXC. QXC, of course, is a fan of building units. He's very good at it. So he is going to continue churning out tanks and lots of Marines here to try and hold TLO at bay. TLO actually a big fan of getting Thors out quickly. I've seen them almost every game out of him so far in this best of 7 series. He has another command center already built, so that will be huge if he can get that secured somewhere before QXC can respond. QXC's just been shut up in his base basically the entire time. He tried to expand there briefly and was not able to hold on to it, so he had to back off. And TLO adding on another starport now, and another starport, going on to 3 ports. He's got a Banshee of his own in the sky now. No cloak done yet, but it is researching. We'll see what he chooses to do next. He breaks down his own destructible debris here, opening up this side entrance for his natural, and he's probably going to be dropping this base, yes, here at the 3rd. There's a small fleet of Vikings here watching for medevacs, Thor drops, things like that. And he will be able to shut that down if it was coming, but since it isn't, not going to matter that much. But lots of Banshees coming out now. Reactor is being added onto this starport, while another tech lab is coming on this one, so he will be able to crank out 2 Vikings and 2 Banshees at a time here soon. Off of these 3 bases that he's got, he'll soon have a lot of more gas too with that 3rd base. He's got 14 more harvesters. His mineral and gas income are both superior to QXC's right now. He's floating across the sky here, going to be dropping all the Vikings, landing all the Vikings. There's not really a force here to deal with this except for a tank and some Marines showing up now, but these guys obviously can lift off and try to get out of there. One turret does manage to snag a retreating Viking though. What's going on here? TLO moving in with his first Banshee, gets 2 quick kills. Husky leaves the game. Sorry to see him go, but this Banshee here, there's no answer from QXC right now. He does not have turrets. All he can do is drop a scan and hope that these Vikings shoot it down fast enough, and they do, but TLO has shown that he's got superior tech. He's at least equal on tech. As far as cloaked Banshees, he's got Thors out. He's got 3 of them just hanging out here. He's on 3 bases, mining a lot more than QXC currently with 20 more harvesters. QXC just trying to build as much as he can still. An engineering bay and 3 more supply depots being built. He must have capped himself again. Yes, 86 supply there for him, 105 for TLO with the stronger units here. Look at these guys just mining away. TLO's got to be happy with this. So far in the series, he's the one who's been losing SCVs and losing supply depots constantly throughout the series, and now QXC is kind of feeling it a little bit. His map vision right now is pretty dismal. He just dropped a scan right there to see these tanks and Thors of TLO. He knows about this base, but he doesn't know how saturated it is yet. He is going to try and shut it down right now with the bulk of his army. TLO does have his army in a pretty good spot to come defend this as soon as he sees it coming. Yes, from that Zelnaga tower. He's had a Hellion park there almost the entire game, so now he's mobilizing with his Thors, Vikings, and Banshees. QXC may be able to stem up and kill off all these workers, but if he loses his entire army as a result, it's going to be really bad. 2-point defense drones are dropped out of that Raven. He was at max energy, now he's at no energy. PDDs shut down those Marauder shots quite well, and all of QXC's ground forces are going to be shut down there. TLO probably going to be doing a counterattack here soon. QXC sort of on the back foot, 93 supply against 119. That command center, of course, still alive. Some SCVs there to repair it as well. Oh wow, TLO's moving with absolutely everything right now. He's got 10 Vikings. How many Banshees here? A good number. 3 Banshees, 3 Thors, a energyless Raven to detect. And QXC is just kind of spread all over the place. He's got a decent siege line here, but this Air Force of TLO is going to prove more than enough to kill off the Vikings that he's got here and any Banshees that might still be lingering. These Banshees, of course, can kill tanks uninterrupted now that there are no Vikings left in the sky for QXC. So QXC knows when he's beat. GG's on out of here, and we'll move into a Game 6. TLO clawing his way back up. QXC only leads the series 3-2 now, so he could win the series in the next game, or TLO could tie it up, go 3-3, and we'll see a Game 7. Let's continue now with Game 6.